Yeah, yeah.
Because what I like about him, you know, you can see him, he's honest. He likes to battle. He's a battler. He covers ground. He gets fouled. He gets up. He tries to make things happen. He reminds me a little bit, you know, about Darren Fletcher in his right time. You know, they're all doing. But what you need around it is that real quality around it, which players can say he does all the work and he contributes in any possible way he can. He could have scored a second one with his head, but he did ever so well. And I think around it, that's where, you know, United is missing that real quality, I think.
Out of interest for both of you, when you think of the greatest Premier League teams of all time, there's always a strong spine, from the goalkeeper, the midfield, right up to the striker. Now, obviously, we know where McTominay plays. Do you see him being part of a successful United side and is a part of that spine of the team? Can you see it? Does he have the potential? Does he have the ability?
It's difficult to say. I think, as Rene said, I think it's about the player that they get around him. You know, I think what he does is amazing, but I think I can't see him get much better than what he does already. You know, I think technically he's clean, he does his best, but I don't think he's gifted to take the ball and pass on
the
few players to the next level like a Pogba could do. You know, and I just feel that's, you know, there's so much you can do as a player. You can obviously work on stuff, but I think what he does at the moment is pretty much, you know, what are you going to get from him week in, week out, and then that's it. But you need the quality, real quality around him.
Understood. Yourself, Rene?
Yeah, so if you look at, the question always is very simple, and I used to do that a lot of time with Sir Alex and say, okay, what are the top teams in the Premier League with one players from us? How many? And he would pick 6 or 7. You know, you got a good squad. And how many Champions League teams would come shop at ours? You know, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. If you know they want to pick 2 or 3, you got a good team. And if you look at those players and those positions that were always and play. Look at Alonso at his peak, fantastic player. Look at Busquets. You know, these are the players, that do the same things, but on top of that, they've got fantastic footballing ability. And I agree with Jeremie. He almost plays already up to his peak, you know what I mean? And he's still a young player, you know what I mean? You would really, and sometimes maybe that's why he's not always pleasing to the eye, you know, and that's maybe that why a lot of players, not for me. But Ole's got a lot of faith in him because he played him a lot of times. He plays him above Matic, for instance, so that says a lot.
Do you think any of the other top 6 would be in for him if he was available, putting aside rivalries, etc.? Posing the question that you would ask Sir Alex Ferguson.
It's a really good question, and for me very hard to answer. You know, I think the reason why he's playing here because United's always had that tradition in bringing young players through, which he is one of them, and giving them a chance. You know, if he would be featuring in any other teams, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not too sure.
And it's not because of his work rate. It's exactly what Jeremie says. He does everything right. He battles, but it says a lot at Manchester United at the moment. And it's not the first time they picked him out as one of the best players. Yeah. You know, and that's where I think that's where the balance is wrong. You know what I mean? He would say, "Hey, McTominay had a great game, but he was outstanding. That player made a real difference. That forward, you know what I mean? You know."